Hi everyone, Steven here with Virtu Instruments, and I am really excited to show you Vital Series Stix. This is the second product in our Vital Series line. The first was Vital Series mallets, a beautiful collection of different mallet instruments like marimba and xylophone, glass marimba, a vibraphone, and a whole lot more. If you haven't checked it out, make sure once you're done watching this video to go check out Vital Series mallets. What is Vital Series Stix? Well, we wanted to combine a unique collection of different types of sticks, say mallets or brushes, even puili sticks, things as simple as a pencil or our hand, and combine them with different found objects. So we have things like stuff from our kitchen, a pan or something we found in our garage, or even trash from the dumpster, that just something that had a unique sound to it, something that had a cool timbre, tone to it, and we combine them with our collection of sticks we have. And you have things like a nylon brush on a glass dish or a soft mallet on a cardboard box. It's just a really full collection of 80 different sound sets of unique percussion. So whether you're a composer or a sound designer, producer, this is going to be a really great collection for you for a long time to come. So let's go ahead and look at the interface, and then at the end of the video, when I'm done with this brief walkthrough, I'll actually play through all of the 80 different sound sets that we've included. So we're going to get started by looking at how we have 4 different engines. You can play back up to 4 different sounds in each instance of Vital Series Stix. And you can see that each engine is associated with a different octave here below. So you can see this green color here is this octave here, and the first 2 notes are the one shots of this nylon brush on a glass dish. Beyond that, these are the 10 different patterns you can create in our different scenes. And so on. And then the next octave up is going to be this second engine with this soft mallet on a cardboard box. And the same thing, you'll have 10 different patterns that you can create with this second engine. And so on. You have the third octave is this thunder rod on a sheet metal. And then the cajon brush on an iron lid is currently loaded into the 4th engine. Above that, this red key here, this is going to play back all 4 engines at once. And then above that, you have 4 notes, which are different solo activations for the 4 engines. So if you want to kind of play around by turning things on and off with everything running. So here's soloing just the first engine, and now we can add in the second engine. Turned off the first one and added the 3rd engine, and so on. So those are different things that you can do with the keyboard layout. So let's look at the rest of these different sections of each engine. At the top, you have an on-off button. So if you're not using a certain engine, you can turn those off, which will actually save you some CPU and RAM usage with each instance of Vital Series Stix. The mute and solo buttons, and then if you want to mix within your own DAW individually, you can route these to different channels, and you can have them each sound in a different channel in your DAW to mix. Below that is the browser, so if you click on the name on any of the engines, it'll bring up the full browser of our library. And you can see everything is organized first by what item it is. So it's if you want to check out the plastic bucket, you can click on that, and then by clicking on them, you'll be able to hear a quick preview, give you a single sample of each of the different stick options you have for the plastic bucket. We'll go ahead and click on the name again to remove the browser, and you have volume control here, panning, tune, and with the tune, you can go down or up a full octave. And so if you go down, say a full octave here with this, it's like a completely different instrument now. So you can really custom tailor each of these instruments if you're trying to match a pitch of different percussion sounds, or just to give a completely different take on that particular instrument. You can do that. There's an attack option on here if you want to create a softer attack, or if you want less of the sustain of the instrument, you can adjust that here. Below that is the sequencer section on here, where you can adjust the rate of the sequencer if you want something to be played back at a slower pace or a faster one. You could do that here with the rate, and then you can adjust the number of steps that you want in your pattern here. By clicking on the different scenes here, you can start adjusting each of the patterns you have. You can either do that, you click on these here, or just simply select it with the MIDI keyboard, and it will load up that particular pattern. With each pattern, you can also not only adjust the velocity, but you can adjust the pan and pitch of each pattern. So if you wanted to get something even more unique in the sound design of things by randomly just kind of selecting a different pitch here on a couple of these steps, you get something that sounds like that. And then if you wanted to, say, take this pattern on D1 and you wanted to copy it to another one of the scenes here, you could just hit copy, go over to F1 and hit paste. Then maybe I just want to make a couple of adjustments on this particular one. You wanted it to be similar to the last pattern but different enough. So you could do that as well. So once, if you want to reset, you can also do that, and all the different sections of that sequencer will be reset to the default setting on there. So that is the same for all 4 of the engines. You can adjust them individually on here. Below this, we have an input cue. So if you are recording into your DAW and you want to make sure that you line up different patterns of the sequencer to land exactly on either a beat or a bar line, you can do that. So if you want each pattern to wait until the playhead hits the next bar line, you can do that by selecting bar here, and then it won't switch over even if you've hit the next note until it hits the next bar line, keeping everything exactly in sync. We have a global swing knob here. The next section down here at the bottom is our effects section. I'm not going to get too much into that. I think most of you understand what's happening with these. One couple cool things is the transient designer, which is great for percussion, because if you want to add more of the attack of the transient, you can do that, or soften the attack and add more of the body to the instrument. You can do that with the transient effects on here. And then we also included some custom hand-picked effects or reverb on here. So you have this small studio sound. Let's try warm studio or wood floors. So there's a couple of hand-picked effects for the reverb. Okay, so that's about it for the instrument. What I'll do now is I'll go ahead back to our browser here, and we'll go from the very top, and we will play this pattern back, and we'll just click through all 80 different sounds. Hope you enjoyed this walkthrough. This is Vital Series Stix.